You got this.
Yeah,
Creed, what's
jveth deserves a break after that one. Let's hope for a good C for jveth, and let's see if we can get Squidman to struggle just a little bit.
Well, of course, not wishing struggle on either of these guys. But I mean, at the same time, it would be nice to see a game 3. So we'll see what happens. I believe runners starting in the same place as they did last time. Medal for jveth, Squidman choosing quick.
Got surprise Crusher and Quickman state, while Crushers are pretty much Crushers are everywhere.
they're everywhere, and I'm really torn apart. I want to wish them luck and be an easy seed, so everything can be smooth. I don't want to see some hard stuff as well. So I'm a bad person, I know, but yeah, I want to see some good stuff here.
You want to see some smooth stuff, but this is still a randomizer. In the randomizer, we expect some kind of trolliness. So of course we're gonna wish a little bit of trolliness on our runners, just to see them squirm just a smidge, but a little more for Squidman, a little less for jveth, just for a shot at a match 3.
Yeah, and both of the runners decide to get the easy routes. Basically, runners choose routes when they feel safe, they have E-tanks, they can go to the boss as easy as possible and as fast as possible. And also, while they're doing that, they're also searching for items. And these items can initiate some zips, which will allow them to go even faster. So, yeah, they're doing that right now. Squidman is close to the quick door. Meanwhile, jveth just took the larger jump and medal, which is also close to the boss door.
Look like we got another crash fight in. We got another crash fight in Quickman stage.
We should call that as Kame's, one of the Kame's split Kamesen and splits walkies. He just walks around walkies. Yeah.
Meanwhile, jveth finds Flashman in Metal Man's room, and it is also Buster Softweek. So this is a pretty easy flash fight. So right now we got already a much better start than it was during their first race.
Yes, indeed. These both these runners make first Robot Masters Squidman into Flash stage. We'll see where jveth goes. Oh, no item there.
Chickens.
Well.
Yeah, they're both flashing. They're gonna see some chickens, which I don't believe are very cooperative.
You calling these guys chickens? What's going on here, Thomas? What's up? No.
Tell me the Japanese name. Do it.
Well, they're cooks. Their original name are cooks.
Yeah, Kukuku or KUKKU, right? Cooks, atomic chickens. That's according to the Mega Man wiki.
Atomic chicken. Okay, I'm new to Mega Man 2. Thank you.
Wow.
Well, it really doesn't matter. We're still calling them chickens, so what does it matter?
Kukuku. So next time you want to call one of your buddies a scaredy cat, just call him a kakuku.
An atomic chicken.
By the way, you can hear in the background the Nitro Man theme from Mega Man 10. Wow, I love the music of this randomizer. It's really good. Meanwhile, Squid just entered the Flash fight, which is randomized.
Yeah, I was hoping for to see it. Yeah, the high jump Quickman with the ceiling gone in Flashman stage due to technical reasons. It actually brings in a new weird scenario where your boss is actually vertical wraps.
And he tries to shoot from the other side of the screen. It's actually really funny. Those Olympic jumps can throw you off so much.
Quickman, what are you doing, you silly guy? Trying to beat Mega Man from underneath him? But yeah, both these runners not having problems. Squidman taking an E-Tank there, gonna find item 3. jveth making it through pretty easily as well. Not too much of a problem for either runner. Squidman heads into wood. Looks like it's fall in the wood country there. jveth going to bubble. We'll see what color our lake is. And the waterfalls.
Yeah, Squid opts for wood and he doesn't have any items. I think if he goes for wood, it's gonna be with item 3. Go ahead, Creed, sorry.
Yeah, about to say he found, but he already found item 3. Item 3 was in flat stage, so item 3 is available for use now. And I was gonna say, I think we're gonna have a death in jveth's stream, which wasn't what I was going to say. But what I was gonna say, yeah, the actual water part is probably gonna be brown, more than likely. You can actually tell what color the water is gonna be by the shadows in the platforms that you actually walk on.
Wow, that's new. I actually didn't know that. That looks like a sewer water. For as long as I can see, yeah, it looks like really a sewer.
Yeah, making their way through the Black Sea into the dookie brown water. Pretty gross. I wouldn't want to be down there, but it's not having a problem. Perhaps it's rust water.
Meanwhile, we see Squidman utilizing some of the items he got. He dispatched those dogs and continues with this metal, which seems to be better than the last one. The last one was kind of nerfed metal, but this one is pretty good. It seems that it kills most of the stuff in one shot. When jveth, I think he failed the bubble zip, or
No,
he didn't do
he
it.
didn't try it at all.
Oh, okay. And he has to do it normally, I think, yeah.
So yeah, Squidman is about to go through the metal boss room while we got some vanilla crab falls in the last stretch of Bubbleman stage. So we got Heatman and Woodman stage. And a pretty quick Heatman as well. A little bit of rapid fire. Meanwhile, in Bubbleman's room, we got Bubbleman himself.
Wow, dude, that's actually really quick. That's actually really, really quick. Heatman. That's probably the fastest pattern I've seen.
It looks like we got a soft weakness with Leaf Shield, but it's also reversed. I think it's full reverse, both vertically and horizontally.
Oh, he pulls through with some issues. Yeah, I think Leaf was fully reversed as well. He used it earlier, I think, on his wall. Whatever he did. I think he did wood before. He did wood, right, guys? No, he did flash. He did flash in metal. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like jveth heading into Quickman now. Squidman heading to Bubble where jveth just was. So we'll see how he deals with some of the same situations jveth. And same thing with jveth. We'll see how he deals with some of these situations on the Quickman stage that Squidman dealt with earlier.
So Squidman get out of Bitrate Falls, going into Toilet Lake, and about to go see if he probably gonna try to do the pause buffer strat to get the bubble zip. And right now he's looking pretty clean. Meanwhile, jveth is gonna take the long road filled with chankies and blockies, and Squidman successfully does the bubble zip.
Good job from him. Then jveth seems to struggle with these Tin Can guys, and he is respawning this guy. Wow, it's really close. One more, and you'll have to use the E-Tank.
Well, fortunately, the last stretch were a bunch of chanky makers. So, and he uses Time Stopper, but it looks like it's gonna be the Flash Stopper variant, which has a temporary duration and a randomized weapon consumption.
If you guys aren't familiar with what Flash Stopper is, it's the version from Mega Man 2, but in Mega Man 4, which flashes the screen for a bit. Doesn't consume all the ammo. It just flashes for a bit and allows you to use it again later.
Yeah, the only difference is you won't be able to have to use the Buster this time. That's not allowed in this well, that wasn't available in this randomizer. And
Squid kills his Robot Master as well. Meanwhile, jveth enters his, which I believe... Oh, he will try a weakness as well. So yeah, these guys are faring really well. Not much deaths this time around. And Squid will go to metal, and this is the infamous crash.
And jveth finds a strong weakness for Crash and Leaf Shield. So hopefully he keeps that in mind for the refights. That could help him catch up on Squidman for a little bit, which isn't very much. He's actually keeping up with Squidman this particular seed this time around. But as we usually say, and it still holds true, there's still a lot of game left. So we're going to see what happens as we do the second half of the Robot Masters for each side.
Also,
Yeah,
he's doing a really good job keeping up, considering he didn't do the bubble zip. He's still behind it, we can all see that, but he didn't do the bubble zip and he's still neck and neck, so it's a good race this time around. It's a close race.
Yeah, definitely so. jveth making his way through wood now. He's gonna freeze a little too early, so he's gonna have to wait. But luckily, worked out for him to where freeze didn't take the whole time. So now he can just looks like double metal shots will take down the hot dogs or
Frienders.
yes, yes indeed.
Enlighten me with more Japanese names, please. Thank you. I don't know.
Squidman doing some good pause buffering stretch, getting to the other side after getting the second E-Tank out of Metal Man stage as he about to go into Metal Room. jveth dealing with bats and frogs on his road to Woodman's boss room.
Yeah, Squidman was out of E-Tanks, so let's take both of them. Why not? It costs little time, but you're safe for the rest of the run. And yeah, jveth is switched to Buster, unlike Squid, who actually used metal most of the part of this wood stage. He's going smoothly as well. And Squid kills his Robot Master at a reasonable pace, and he's actually half a stage ahead, I think. Yeah.
We're about to have our first look at Airman stage as Squidman is about to tackle that stage. We're going to see how safe or dangerous this stage is. Right now it's seen technically safe, which is pretty ironic considering crushers usually hurt like heck. But we do have Scrims. He's going to try to pause buffer and he fails.
Yeah, that was tough. That was tough, and that is actually double spawn point for how are these guys? How do you call these guys? It's a double spawn for these, and they spawn in pairs of 2. Sometimes it's not a spawn point, and it's only 1, but this is a double spawn point, and they will not stop spawning ever. So you can get knocked down very easily.
And another double spawning for good measure, getting a sneak attack on Squidman. Meanwhile, jveth decides to go to Crash. He was thinking about Heat for a little bit, but decides to go against it and decides to go with what could be another rough stage depending on the enemy set. But it looks like it's going to be a decently friendly set. We know at least there's going to be Lightning Lords in the moving platform section. So for the time being, the Crashman stage is looking friendly-ish.
And I don't know if any of these guys found item 1, so that's a really awkward decision. Most of these guys want to have the item 1 or item 3 when going to Crash, so to make it easy and fast with the zip and the climb. But I don't think jveth has one of them. Do you know, Creed?
He only has item 3 right now, but it's not going to be too bad. It's going to be a little slow, but in hindsight, it's just fortunate that there was no bad enemy set to to stop jveth from climbing this area. The moving platform areas can be really nasty in randomizers. If you get shrimps, if you get bunnies, enemies that pretty much block your pathway climbing the ladders, they can be really, really bad troll spots. Also, if you get frogs in the area, they lag the screen like nobody's business. Well, in the meanwhile, Squidman fights Metal Man in Airman's room.
Yeah, he utilized that reverse leaf shoot really well on the second part of the stage, and now he's fighting Metal, which is not Buster Weak, but caused him no trouble, so he'll continue. And jveth does the first climb with the platforms, and now he'll traverse to the second climb, which I guess he will utilize that item 3 that he has right now. Meanwhile, can you hear that music? It's no constancy.
Yeah, Brave New World from Namco Cross Capcom. Good track. I approve.
Yeah, definitely awesome song. Squidman gonna start his climb.
He actually found item 1 in Airman stage, so he might gonna be setting up for the Zip eventually. Assuming item 1 works.
That's true. We'll find out what happens here. Doesn't look like he wants to try. Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and try.
Oh, he wanna clear it because if you zip, you're gonna hit that enemy and you're gonna hit it, I think once, but it's gonna stop your zip.
In the end, it really didn't matter because the fact that item 1, just like in last one, was stationary. So you ain't gonna have any, at least moving item 1 zips. So in hindsight, jveth did the correct decision, just going ahead and doing Crash right now, but he's still gonna lose time because Squidman can still utilize item 1 to just bypass the moving platforms.
Yeah, his way to Crash will be a little bit smoother. Meanwhile, jveth clears the. I didn't see if he used. What was the weakness of the robo? Did he found it actually? Anyways, he cleared.
I didn't see if he found.
He cleared the Crash stage and he found item 2. Now he has item 2 and 3, which are more than enough to do a good Hitman stage. Let's see what it's gonna be. Anyway, this is the last, I think, for Squid. Is it? The last for Squid? And it's surely the last for jveth.
No, I think Squidman has not done Heatman yet, so we know that Squidman has at least one more Robot Master to take on.
I haven't seen jveth go air either.
Yeah, he hasn't. jveth had not done air either.
Oh, and he's having real trouble with these fat fans, dude. Oh, it's repeating all over again.
But jveth right now is adapting pretty well, utilizing the item 2 to get over the lava pools safely. But he's gonna have to deal. Oh! Get out! Getting a large drop in the lava pools are really dangerous because your iframes will end up running out even while the energy is filling up. So that was a really dangerous weapon fill to get.
And he got lucky, he got a lot of ammo and actually didn't refill that much, so he had some iframes left to get out of that lava as soon as possible. So he survives. That was really clutch.
Yeah, this is a pretty good situation jveth getting himself into so far with the first screen of Heatman anyway, by making it through. That was some really good, sharp gameplay. Good stuff to jveth for that.
Good item 3 setup, and he completes the item 3 zip. Obviously going to use item 2 to bypass the rest of... Well, we don't know if he's going to actually make it. I think he's probably going to hold off on item 2 until he gets to a specific point and then use it, because he used quite a bit of item 2 to try to safely get over the jumps with the fat fans in the first screen.
He knows the box, yeah.
No, he just completely avoids using item 2 and just go and do the Yoku blocks. Just don't want to risk dying while having a low amount of item 2.
And Squidman finds metal blades like the Marasaburo as well, or the fat fins, as we call them.
Thank you for another lesson in how to Japanese here from Charlie Boy Live. And by the way, I respect his decision for not using that item too. It's a tourney race. If you run out and don't jump, you can die. So yeah, good stuff from jveth.
If you know the pattern of the Yoku blocks and you're not comfortable with where your weapon energy sits, might as well just take the pattern. It doesn't take that much longer, especially avoiding death. Yeah, both these guys on their 8th robos. Squidman about to hit this zip. He's about half stage ahead. jveth right on his tail though.
A song that's close to my heart. In Airman stage, this is an old track from a fan-made Flash Mega Man clone called Roko-chan. A game that's close to my heart. A game
Didn't you run that one?
Well, huh? What was that?
Didn't you run that one and got a really good time on? I really loved that game.
Well, I haven't ran that game in a long time, but I've been wanting to come back to it. But to put that aside, jveth takes an unfortunate death with the surprise shrimp.
Same death Squidman took earlier. He was on air stage.
Yeah, some of these shrimps can be really surprising, and yeah, it happens. And by the way, Kree, didn't that song that you love so much was, I think, removed or changed in Mega Mario in the last versions? That was the Mr. Mad stage, right?
Yeah, that was Dr. Mad stage 1. That was in the older versions. It did get changed at some point. Meanwhile, Squidman's about to tackle Wily 1, so I guess it's that time again. Let's guess the color of the dragon.
Yeah, what color is Fing Fang Foom? You guys make your guesses in chat. I'm gonna go with yellow.
Well, still Blue Eyes White Dragon. I'm not convinced that they're instinct. I'm convinced they still exist. So let's find another one. Creed, what's your dragon?
Let's go red this time. I'll do red. I'll be a red boy. Meanwhile, jveth is dealing with the horrors of air crabs on his way to his boss fight in Airman's room.
I love what I'm seeing. Both of these runners are adapting really well. Like jveth changed his way of doing it, and actually Squid, because he's seen the PPs, he refused to use item 2 because it's very dangerous, can knock you down, lose time. Uses that item 3.
It's not too dangerous to use item 2 for that section, as long as you're on the item 2 and actually look away in the opposite direction. He will wind up flying alongside of you as you use the item 2. But yeah, jveth takes an unfortunate death to Metal Man coming in to fight at low health.
Yeah, I was worried about him. I saw he had an E-tank, but ooh, not sure what's happening with him now.
Well, I would expect is that if he had only one E-tank, he'll probably saving that for Wily 1 and the dragon, because yeah, he must do that this time.
Well, speaking of a dragon, that's pink with a yellow belly.
I was slightly off, just a different shade of red.
Well, never a Blue Eyes White Dragon. Their instinct, I've seen only one, and that was live, not even in my seeds. Their instinct, I'm confused right now.
And Squidman uses a really awkward air to destroy the Mecha Dragon. This arrow comes out really fast. It has It is really vertical, not much of a horizontal distance, so he pretty much just used the very fine tip of the third tornado to hit the dragon.
Yeah, like you said, you've only seen one Blue Eyes White Dragon. Looking for the Yu-Gi-Oh series, I believe you said. I've only seen one Vanilla Dragon. I think that's pretty neat to see the Vanilla Dragon game at one point, but thinking specific colors like that might be fewer and further between. Monochrome Dragon sounds really cool. I like when I see a gray dragon. Pink's good too, don't get me wrong. I do like pink dragons.
Anyway, Squid decides to refill some of his ammo that he needed to use earlier, and he will probably test the walls here, take an additional E-Tank. Let's see if we can find what the weakness is, and it looks like metal this time around.
Look, our main corridor at the midpoint of Wally 2 seem to be a lot of fans and a lot of crafts. Utilizing the metal blades in order to mold them down pretty handily enough. I'd say this isn't a bad choice.
Yeah, and the metal blade isn't bad at all this time. It's fast. You can shoot multiple ones. It's decent. It's really good, and it does the job well. Meanwhile, jveth refills as well some of his ammo, and now on to the final climb where the dragon is. And let's see if he can do that. Actually, that's his, let's say, turning point. Let's see if he will do this first try. And it's a reminder, it's again air shooter. So, yeah.
Well, one of the weaknesses is air shooter. We still need to find out what the second weakness is. jveth can find that second weakness. Well, meanwhile, we know Pico is now weak to either Buster or Air, not to Bubble. But it's weak to Quick, and Quick is usually one of the better scenarios if you can't find a weakness that one-shots him.
Yeah, and it's cheap too. Feels good, man. And meanwhile, jveth on his way to the dragon. Yeah, let's hope he finds a better weakness. I'm really clenching right now for jveth.
Oh wait, I just realized that's a Sherbert Dragon.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah, gummy, why not I save my Sherbert bet for this time? Regardless of the matter, Pico's down on Squid's and
jveth taking another hit from the fireball of the dragon. Unfortunately, man, that dragon is he can be pretty rough in the randomizer, for sure.
This dragon is gonna be remembered by jveth for a long time. I'm sure if he doesn't understand by now, he'll know by his second the other matches he does, he will need to train that dragon a lot.
Meanwhile, Squidman's gonna try to do another item too. And this time gets a much more favorable enemy setup to utilize the item 2. So he gets clean sailing throughout that particular segment of Wally 3 as he about to make his descent towards the Guts tank yet again.
Yeah, that's a really cool setup. I don't do it, but it's probably the fastest setup to the Wily 3. I think the item 2, what do you think, Creed?
I really don't know. There's several ways you can go about using weapons or items in that particular section of Wally 3. Of course, we've seen flash strats. We saw item 2 strats. Some people just go gung-ho and just take the roll of the dice and hope you don't get a bad enemy and just go with Buster. It's really hard to anticipate what's going to happen in that particular section of Wily 3. Meanwhile, Squidman uses Metal Blades on the Gust tank. It takes him out quickly, and jveth seems to have taken yet another death towards the Mecha Dragon. The Mecha Dragon is really becoming the big roadblock for him.
Yeah, if he was not tilted enough from the last match, this is now heartbreaking. But let's hope he pulls through this time. Meanwhile, Squid is gonna refill again, and this is strange. Some crabs falling out of the sky. This happens rarely. You'll see some crabs interfere with this climb, and yeah, he will continue trying some interesting stuff and going through the most hard stage, and not most hard, but dangerous stage in Mega Man 2.
So it's gonna be round 3 for jveth against the dragon. Hopefully, he's still digging for weaknesses before he completely. Well, this is his last attempt on this particular life, so he gains over if he dies again. Meanwhile, Squidman is taking care of Wally 4 as to be expected. jveth gets a little greedy on the jump height, and he found a weakness in crash bombs. But he just mistimes the jump and the attack on the dragon, and takes an unfortunate fall.
Yeah, I was happy.
Yeah, I was happy just for a moment. Oh, this guy found a new weakness. Yes, and yeah, it happens. Wow. I'm not gonna say anything anymore because commentators curse, but it happens, and it can happen to anybody.
Yeah, definitely. Dragon's no slouch sometimes. You gotta figure out how to take those hits, and even sometimes even knowing how to take those hits, you can still fall to your death if you take too many of them. So, unfortunate. And Squidman makes it through that spike room 3, the room of doom.
Yeah, he dispatches those fan guys, and it, let's say, safely continues to the Boobeam passage. Meanwhile, jveth, it's really tough to commentate this because he's struggling so much, and I wish him good luck. I hope he goes through this dragon.
Well, he found the good weakness in crash bombs. I think he'll actually probably defeat the Mega Dragon this go around. Meanwhile, Squidman is digging for the weakness for the boo beams, using metal to destroy the walls while he digs for the proper boo beam weakness.
Yeah, and I like that that sound effect the metal blades are putting off, the damage sound effect, or Mega Man taking damage. It's pretty neat to hear. Without taking damage, of course. Squidman finds air for the boo beams, wrapping them up pretty quickly.
jveth is just not having a good day with the Mega Dragon. Again, he miscalculates the jump and just takes a nasty fall.
Yeah, it's just, I think this is just one of those days. It has nothing to do with tournament settings. By the way, Ninja Gaiden. Okay, this is 2-2 stage from Ninja Gaiden, one of my favorite soundtracks. Though overrated, it's really good. It's actually really good.
Yeah, Ninja Gaiden 2 is a pretty solid soundtrack. I will give you that. So once again, it's Squidman with another commanding lead, going through the refights, while jveth takes yet another shot at the Mega Dragon. We're still pulling for jveth to get by what's gonna probably be his big demon coming in future rando runs.
Yeah, definitely hoping for the best for jveth against the dragon.
And we're probably gonna repeat ourselves from previous casts and stuff, but Duckfist made it that way that on refights the music doesn't stop when you enter a refight or you defeat a boss or something when it resets and stuff. The music here just continues, so you can have that good flow of music while you're playing. So Thank you, Duckfist, for doing all those improvements to Mega Man 2.
And speaking of defeating, jveth finally slayed the dragon. So good stuff to him. He's made it through. He's gonna make his way through Wily 2. Hopefully this time we'll get to see him finish. Always like to see runners finish out the race.
He didn't stop this time, he's determined. Let's see how it goes. Wow, I didn't actually pay that much attention. Squid is on his last robo, but he's jam-packed. 4 lives, 4 E-tanks. Man, this dude really wants everything.
Heck, I do it.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
Yeah, make sure you're fully stocked. Have every situation pretty much available. I mean, he just used one right now.
Yes, indeed. Squidman, not new to the randomizer by any means. The first 4 exhibition races we got to do in promoting the tournament, Squidman actually won. We did 4 Sundays, which was 8 races altogether, 2 per Sunday. And Squidman ended up winning, I believe, 6 of the 8, which is pretty impressive if you ask me.
Well, considering I didn't see Creed, Metalo, and a lot of the other runners, yeah, it's normal, but we're gonna see how the tournament develops. I think stuff will change a lot, since runners are gonna get even more serious when they start winning races.
Oh yeah, definitely interested in to see tournament unfolds. This is actually the final match of winners round 1. So with this winners round 1 will be coming to a close, and we'll have winners round 2, losers round 1 coming up. Already got some scheduled matches. Some matches in round 2 has already taken place. But yeah, we'll save that for after this and the interviews. Hopefully, we'll get you guys in for quick interviews.
Meanwhile, a Buster Weak Alien, which is actually purpley pink, let's say, and GG2 Squid with his timer showing 37:30 and an official SRL time of 37:24. GG, really great race, Squid.
Yes, definitely indeed. GG's to Squid Man. Getting the win.
So with this win, I think Squid closes the series with 2-0. And I think he will have to face... Who was it again that he'll have to face? Stuff and Things? Yeah, I think Stuff and Things.
I believe so, yes.
Meanwhile, jveth found the comfy quick boomerang that Squidman also used for a Pico weakness. So it seems that he will not have that big of an issue. He uses an E-tank even, so it should be all smooth as no commentary curse. No, please kill them, please. Well,
oh no,
I quit. I'm not gonna do and say anything anymore.
Yeah, that winds up being the final straw that broke jveth's back, as he unfortunately forfeits from the race yet again. These randomizers can be really rough if you get a really tough enemy sets. The Mega Dragon really just did a number on jveth on both races. I bet if jveth was able to do the Mega Dragon with better weaknesses, maybe slightly better execution. Maybe
Well,
he probably could have been in it for the long haul a little bit longer.
yeah, I wouldn't say his 8 robos were that bad. It's just this dragon that he has issues with. Everything was fine until dragon.
Yeah, it was mostly the dragon that just seemed to be the tilting point.
And seems that we have our guys for interviews here. What's up, Squid?
Hi, how you guys doing?
We're doing fine. We were just talking about what's the stopping points for jveth. I was about to ask something interesting. What was your difficulties throughout this run? Where did you find something difficult apart from those Joes that we all seen that were horrible?
Well, that is exactly what I was going to mention. Was the first race had just Joes everywhere. I even commented on it on the SRL channel. Just Joes everywhere. And yeah, starting off with a death did not feel too good. Just getting stomped by those Joe mechs. And they were Buster immune Joe mechs, so I had to take damage boosts.
Anything else from those 2 races that you find brutally unfair? Or some yeah,
I got 2 item 1s that were both stationary. Both
and that's
races.
brutally unfair.
That's
Brutally unfair.
Well, I also want to welcome jveth into the Discord. How are you feeling, jveth, after these 2 races? The Mega Dragon just seemed to put a huge number on you on both races.
Yeah, you can kind of see that I'm not extremely familiar with the non-standard dragon fight. I think I have actually, honestly, yet to finish a Mega Man 2 randomizer seed. I'm typically more of a Zelda 1 randomizer player and a Mega Man 2 vanilla player.
No excuses.
Oh, it's not an excuse.
What was the problem with the dragon?
Prodigy, come on, Prodigy, you didn't have to do that. No, you know you didn't have to do that.
Nah,
no,
I just wanna know what was the real issue with the dragon. What threw you off on that fight? Your robos were really good. That's what I'm meaning. You had a really good 8 robos. What was the problem?
I'm not used to having to jump over the fire. I'm used to just mashing them down with, quick boomerang and just be done. So the timings on jumping over the flames or avoiding the flames kept knocking me off the platforms.
I hear you. Yeah, that can be really, really rough at times. Even more experienced runners in the randos, like if you can't find the weakness to the dragon quick enough, you're still gonna have to deal with those flames. And the best advice I can give for that is maybe try your best to stay top route and toward the forward of the brick. And if you can make it through, you can make it through. But otherwise, you might have to calculate for some deaths.
Dragon keeps tend to throw players off position, so you need to be quick on those jump decisions and movement decisions. So if Charlie wants to have a question to Squid and jveth, I'll leave it be.
Okay, yeah, I can think of some questions, I suppose. What besides the dragon for jveth, but for both of you guys, what anything in particular that give you guys problems, or anything about these 2 seeds did you find particularly interesting? What'd you enjoy taking out? What'd you enjoy about the race?
Squid, you want to go first?
Oh yeah, sure. I might need a second to think about that. I think that the Robot Masters in the second race were pretty smooth, so I like that. Although it was kind of frustrating to not find utility items right away. I think I went to 5 stages and only found item 3 in the second race, and in the last race I only got item 2 just before heat stage as well. So, I mean, thankfully I got item 2 and 3 for heat stage, but like just having no utility for most of the race was pretty frustrating.
Yeah, I couldn't use item 2 to skip the Yoku blocks in heat because I had to use item 2 to avoid that first fan guy in the second seed. Because I couldn't keep him on the screen long enough to kill him, so I just kind of damage boosted through it, which was a little hairy. I had item 3 for both of the heat stages, so I could zip through that stage. I'm just trying to think of some of the other stuff. I think the thing that I did not like the most is actually on my stream right now, the fan guys. The fan guys definitely got to me in Heatman stage.
No one likes the fan guys. Anytime you see a fan guy, that's pretty much the moment that you almost dread and fear about what you're gonna try to jump over whenever they appear.
You can see I was like pause buffering my way across that just to make sure that if any fan guys came, I didn't like get caught off guard.
Yeah, that's definitely the moment when your muscle memory just stops. Say, just stop, dude. Stop thinking. It's a fan guy, fan inquisition coming. So I want to ask a question that's very typical, and I ask every runner. What do you like about the randomizer, and what do you tell the guys that are watching about the randomizer that you like and that you don't like, and how do you fare with the randomizer? Do you like it? And what did Duckfist did to the randomizer that you found close to?
I mean, I really like the randomizer. I've been playing it for a while, since version 3.7, so I'm definitely into the Mega Man 2 randos. I think some of the improvements that Duckfist put in the recent rando version, like for example, the hot dogs in Wood Stage always being immune to always being vulnerable to Buster, instead of before where you might end up with a mini boss you couldn't get past, or like Airman stage, the relayout, so that you could avoid those silly situations where platforms would disappear because of enemies, or it would just be like a torturous journey across the gap. Those quality of life changes I really like about the rando. I guess things I don't like about the rando sometimes are just the sheer amount of lag sometimes that things create, going through spike screen in like Wily 4, or like for example in this race when we entered Crash Stage, it was just 3 frogs throwing their little baby frogs everywhere, and there's just mass amounts of lag. That's one thing that's just like you just can't deal with it sometimes.
Mm-hmm. I like the aesthetic changes, honestly. I like the different color palettes. I like how the different weapons behave. I like that, Duckfist was able to splice in so much of the extra music into it. Like, there was Rockman No Constancy in this. There was a couple Vanilla songs. There were a couple Mega Man 1 songs in the first seed.
Yeah, I really, really enjoyed the Mega Man X remix songs. They're just so good.
All right, just 2 different standpoints, which I really appreciate. Do you have something else to dig for, Creed, or some questions that you are interested in asking?
I think probably the main question is I just want to know. Well, jveth, with you're not in experience. You hadn't experienced Mega Man 2 Rando all that much. I'm just wondering, has this situation either? What's the word I'm trying to think of? Does it discourage you from trying to improve, to learn more of Mega Man 2 Rando, or does it want to make you determined to learn a little bit more? Because I want to let you know that you're not out of the tournament, you're still in the losers bracket, and your next opponent is going to be Metalo. So I'm just wondering, are you going to be trying to improve and learn a little more about how Mega Man 2 Rando works?
Yeah, I think I want to tinker around at least more in the Wily stages. I think I have a decent handle on where some of the enemy spawns, some of the tricky enemy spawns can be in certain stages. But I definitely want to dive a little bit more into Wily Fortress to learn some things.
Well, I can definitely give you the tip that if you once you make it to the refights and you go up against the machine, check Buster first. Because if the machine is weak to Buster in Phase 1, it's going to be weak to Buster in Phase 2. And since you're going in there with a Buster anyway, most of the time, I mean, might as well check it first, right? So.
Yeah, in any case scenario, randomizer is a long road, so I wish you really good luck with it, jveth. There's a lot of stuff to learn and a lot of stuff to adapt to. And congrats again to Squidman for his win. And if any other of the guys don't want to ask any more questions, I suggest we wrap this up.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Thanks for commentating. I can't wait to watch this back. And thanks to Speed Gaming for hosting our race.
Thanks for everyone that had an input in putting this on.
Yeah. And a good game, jveth.
Yep, you too.
Yeah, good stuff, good stuff. We've got, so Squidman's going to be moving on to play against Stuffin' Things. jveth is moving on to Losers Round 1 to fight against Metalo. Next up for the randomizer will be tomorrow. The next race is Bob Dead Builder versus Captain Bublo, which you can find scheduled for Speed Gaming 4 at 3 p.m. We've got Daggett versus myself on Speed Gaming 2 at 5 p.m. So be sure to tune in tomorrow to those two channels and those two races to catch some more Mega Man 2 Tournament randomizer action. Creed, Talentless, you guys got anything to add?
I'm pretty much good to go.
Yeah, I just want to thank to everybody that made this possible. The organizers, the players, and the time all of you guys dedicate to make this possible, and providing this to all the people on Twitch and all the people that want to see the randomizer. So thank you, everybody, and have a good night from me personally.
Oh, and I'd like to also say that we race randomizer every Sunday evening, 7 p.m. Pacific time. So just hit up any of these guys that you see doing commentary or racing, and they can help you get part of those races if you'd like to join our weekly.
Yeah, they do weekly exhibition races, which are a great form of practice too on Sunday nights. So make sure to hit up Squidman or any of us really to get involved with that. So yeah, I suppose if there's nothing else to say, we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Take care, everyone.